Welcome to the Heal, Thrive, Dream podcast, where trauma survivors become healthy thrivers. Each month will feature a theme in the trauma recovery and empowerment field. To promote your recovery, healing, and learning how to build dreams, here is your host, Karen Robinson, transformational coach and therapist.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Heal, Thrive, Dream podcast. Today, my guest is Miss Esther. Esther is from Heal Your Heart. She has a program called Trauma to Triumph, and Esther helps women heal after an abortion, miscarriage, and she also helps women with their businesses. So welcome, Esther. I'm so pleased to have another sister working in the trauma-related field. And what do you want to share about yourself to the audience today?
Well, perhaps let's start where I'm from. I'm from the Netherlands.
That is big. I don't know why I didn't start with that. I think it's because, Netherlands is so close by. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, it's only a few hours away.
Yeah. Yeah, and we met at the, what's the name of the summit? Strategic Alliance
Summit.
Yeah. Yeah, so I met some cool people there, and I'm hoping to have Esther back when I do my own summit in the trauma-related field later this fall. So you'll see more of Esther. So Esther, tell us what brought you to do something related to trauma and related to women in general.
It started with wanting to help women heal from abortion and miscarriage. That's where it started. Okay. And why I do that, or want to help women with that, is because I've been through an abortion myself. That when I was 19, so that's almost 30 years ago now. I'm getting old.
I think you're 1 year older than me, so not too old.
Yeah. Yeah, I discovered in the first years I didn't do anything with that. I just thought I had left it behind me, and later I discovered I hadn't healed from that. So and when I entered my journey to heal from my abortion, to connect with my unborn child, and then it's and I got into all the emotions that come with that. That's the guilt and the shame, and I realized it's so such taboo to talk about that.
Taboo, yeah.
And I decided I wanted to help women with that, to bring openness around that topic, and I didn't do that right away. There's been some years in between because it was quite a step, but yeah, that's what started it.
Yeah, so you help women heal, so that shows that they feel injured or traumatized by what they went through. How did you heal yourself before you could help other women heal? What was your process like?
I like I just said, I connected with my unborn daughter.
How did you do that, though?
In meditation. And that was new for me also. It sounds simple now, but it took some time. There are several moments of contact, and I got a lot of help from my husband, who I just met at the time. Yeah, he introduced me to the world of spirituality, connecting with the things you cannot see. And he suggested actually to connect and to see if it would have been a boy or a girl, because before that I don't even remember feeling pregnant. It was just something I didn't want. But at that time I realized that there was a soul attached to my child. And that's what I started connecting with. And I, when I came into contact, I felt it would have been a girl, and I gave her a name, built on that connection. And after a while, we did a farewell ceremony with a burial ritual in the forest, in a place that was dear to me, where I came a lot with the father of my girl. And I had a symbol, a small amethyst stone that I wore at the time that I was pregnant. And yeah, that felt a good symbol to, that there was some connection between that stone and that period and my daughter, and getting pregnant. So that's what I buried as a symbolic, something you can touch.
Right.
Because it's hard to say goodbye to something you cannot see or touch or.
Okay. Was it after that ceremony that you held for her? Did you start to forgive yourself at that point?
Sorry, did I?
Did you start to forgive yourself?
That was, I don't remember exactly when that was. It was in the period before that also, and after that I still needed that as well. So there was some points that I felt guilty, and I talked with my husband, I talked with my daughter, and I both said you don't have to be guilty. She actually said she was in a good place. It was okay for her like it was. So that helped me a lot, but I needed some remembrance, some reminders for that later. Sometimes the guilt came back, and then I needed a bit more, and to forgive myself again.
Yeah. So it's not a one-time forgiveness. It's okay.
Yes,
that's helpful to know, because that makes sense, right? It's just like any kind of other grief, it takes time, and you go through these different phases of grief, and so that makes sense to me. So the women that you help recover, you teach them about meditation. Is that what you do?
I don't teach them about meditation, but I guide them through it.
Oh, okay.
And then in the meditation, they come in they can connect with their child, and there's I describe kind of a place. It's if you can see these things visually, then you can see that in the meditation as well. But it's a place where they can come back to later to connect again.
Okay. Yeah. And do you help other women recover from other types of trauma other than miscarriage and abortion, or do you just stick with those two things?
In the Trauma to Thrive program, women come with all kinds of trauma.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And some of it I do myself, and some of it I have a team to help them. I have, I've done several things in the past years in which I came into contact with people with trauma, so I could guide them through that. And usually those are things that, come up from childhood.
Okay. And how much of your story do you share as you help other women? Do you share it? Do you keep it private? What's your practice?
In principle, not in principle. I share some things if I think that helps someone, okay. But not to share my story, but only if I think the feeling of recognition can help someone.
Yeah.
But I do that very sparsely.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's controversial in the field of therapy and how much you disclose. But I think women connect better when they know that we too have our sufferings and we go through hard things too. It's not just them. It helps them connect to us. So yeah, I think it's important. Yeah.
I think so too. And at the same time, I think it's important not to put too much of your own story in their space. Yeah. So not to burden them.
Exactly. And yeah, we all have, because what can happen is they can compare, like, gee, is her story worse than mine? Like a lot of my survivors compare, like they worry if they should even be in counseling. They're thinking there's people that have it much worse. So I usually do a lot of work around you don't need to compare. Your trauma is is yours and it hurt you, and that's important, and we need to heal from that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it hurts you, then by all means go to counseling or to therapy, even if it's just a bit for or you think it's just a bit. The better you feel, the happier you are.
Yeah. And I do also, I think I use the word inform more than guide with meditation stuff, because I myself am not so good at it. I know it takes a lot of practice to be really good at it, but I understand the importance of it. I understand the importance of anything that's meditative or prayerful or just connects you back to your center, your breathing. I think it's really important, and it helps just regulate our nervous system, helps chill us out a little bit. So I do think it's pretty important. Can you tell us a little more about the Trauma to Triumph program? Because I just love the name of it, first of all. But if a woman was to sign up for that, what could she expect?
It's a program for mompreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And the first stage is about healing your trauma. And that can be anything from, well, the childhood traumas that we all carry with us,
Mm-hmm.
to the bigger traumas, like the ones you help women with, and the more obvious ones. So there's a whole range. I'm doing that also because a lot of women want to have something they want to put out into the world, a big dream, and there's for a lot of us there are things that are keeping us back from doing that, or doing that on the scale we want to. So that's why I start with that stage, because that helps us to have more courage and feel more empowered to get those things out there.
Right.
And then you start building your business, and it can be a business you already have. It can also be a new business. But the easiest is with a business you already have, because then you have an audience, and it's easier to do that.
Yes.
So then now the stage you build a program and you start selling that, and we help with with building that, with getting systems into in place so you can grow. Also, you can get a team in the end. There will be leads coming in, and throughout the whole program, there will be even after the trauma coaching or therapy, there will be access to trauma therapist or coach, so you can, if you fall back, you can rely on them. And also throughout the whole program, there will be coaching around integrating business and personal life, because that's what a lot of mompreneurs struggle with.
Yes.
Do all those things.
Yes.
Next to each other.
Especially on a day where you don't feel so good,
Yeah.
And when you're a survivor, there's a lot of days that just getting out of bed and taking a shower is hard. So let alone, take care of your family, and then when you have your own business, you can't just show up a little bit. Like you have to, be able to be creative and innovative and, action taker. So, your healing has to be pretty good. So you have more good days than bad days at that point. So I'm glad we try to do the healing things first. Otherwise it sets them up maybe to fail if we didn't do the healing first. Yeah. So, do you have any other courses or programs out, or is you just focus on one?
I also have the Peace and Passion program, and that's all around healing from abortion and miscarriage. So all the stages that I went through myself, I guide people through. And it's called Peace and Passion because it helps you to be at peace in the end with your loss. And it helps your child be at peace. And the passion part is where you when you've dealt with something like a trauma or a loss, only after that you can connect, or during that, when you start healing, you can reconnect with yourself, with your core, and feel what your passions are again. And maybe they are different from before. So I help also with that. So you have also something new to take into the world, and to fill your life with.
Awesome. Okay. And do you have any books out or anything, any publications or anything like that yet?
No, I'm working on a book about abortion. I'm not sure yet if it will be in Dutch only or in English and Dutch. But well, it's a plan I had. I've been having a long time, so it was always I started writing in Dutch, and only last year when COVID started, I started this business, and I actually began with helping women on a bigger scale, and then I came into contact because of COVID online, so I got online help, and now because of that I decided I can go over the world with this. I don't have to be in the Netherlands only. I think it will be in English as well.
Yeah, I think it could help many people. I know it's not easy to figure out which languages to translate to. There's, so many. I did buy some software that translates podcasts and things like that into different languages.
Okay.
So maybe I'll do that in Dutch, just one, and send it to you.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. When it comes to, go ahead.
I do have 2 free PDFs.
Yes.
That people can download.
Yep.
So
I'm going to put that.
But,
Yeah, I'll put them in the show notes so people can download right when they listen to the episode. Do you want to tell them the name of the PDFs?
The one is 12 ways to have more joy in your family. So that's for the mompreneurs and all other women, because, well, we can all use more joy in our family.
Yes.
And the other is a 12-step journey to heal from abortion. And I'm going to create a similar one, a 12-step journey to heal from miscarriage. But I haven't finished that yet.
Perfect. And I hope you publish them far and wide, that they could really help a lot of women. Yeah. I
intend to.
Yeah. All around the world, we need to think big, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, there's so many women all over the world that struggle with this.
Yes.
And I want to help them all.
Yeah.
If I can. And if they want my help, of course.
Yes, of course. If you had to say some encouraging or inspirational words to any woman out there that's hurting, they've, have lost a child or chosen abortion and they're hurting, do you have any words of comfort or inspiration for them today?
Some inspiration in for the long run, because many women think it's not possible to heal from it, and I truly believe it's possible to heal from that.
Yes.
Completely. It's not something you have to carry with you your whole life.
Thank you, Esther. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up for today?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. I really appreciate you being on today and sharing the world your resources and what you do. And I hope people will take you up on your offers of your PDFs and, think about doing your programs. Okay. All right.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for listening in today. Please join us next week, same day and time. Also, I would love for you to check out my website, healthrivedream.com.